It was a freezing winter night. The streets were silent, the winds howled, and everyone was safe in their warm homes, except one woman. Her name was Mena. Mina sat on a broken bench outside an old railway station, holding her little son tightly in her arms. She had only a thin blanket and a half-empty water bottle. Her son Raju was just 6 years old. His lips were blue from the cold, and his stomach growled with hunger. Mena was once a housewife in a small village, but after her husband died in an accident, everything changed. She lost her home, had no job, and no one to turn to. Still, she never gave up. Her son was her only hope, her only reason to live. That night, Mina hadn't eaten anything, just so her son could have a small piece of dry bread. She rubbed his back and whispered, "Don't worry, Beta. One day we'll live in a big house, and you'll go to school like other children." But deep down, even she wasn't sure if that dream would ever come true. The next morning, Mena stood at a busy traffic signal, holding a dirty tin can, asking for help. Most people ignored her. Some looked at her with disgust, but she kept going, her pride long gone. Suddenly, a kind-looking old man in a car stopped. He rolled down his window and handed her a packet of biscuits and 100. "Take care of your son," he said gently, then drove off. Tears filled Mina's eyes, not because of the money, but because someone saw her pain. She bought a small meal and shared it with Raju under a tree. For the first time in days, he smiled. "Ma, this food is so tasty," he said with joy. She smiled back, hiding her tears. "Wait till I cook for you one day, in our own kitchen," she said. From that moment, Mina promised herself she would never beg again. She would find work, any work, and change her life. The next day, Mina walked through the city, looking for work. She went to houses, shops, and stalls, sweeping floors, washing dishes, anything people would give. After hours of trying, one kind woman named Anita gave her a chance. "You can clean my house and help in the kitchen," Anita said. "I can pay you 3,000 a month." Mina bowed in gratitude. "Thank you, madam. You won't regret this." With that money, she rented a small room near a school. It was tiny, but it had a roof, a fan, and a door she could lock. Raju was excited. He ran around the room, laughing. "Ma, is this our house?" "Yes, Beta," she said with a smile. "Our very own home." Each morning, Mina woke up at 5 a.m., made food, dropped Raju at a local government school, and then went to work. She never complained, never stopped, and never looked back. Years passed. Raju grew into a smart, hard-working student. He never forgot the nights he slept hungry, or the times his mother walked barefoot, just to save a few rupees for his school books. He studied under streetlights when the electricity went out. He borrowed books from friends, and whenever he scored good marks, he would rush home and say, "Ma, I'll make you proud one day." And Mena, she still worked as a maid, but now people respected her. They knew her as the mother who raised a brilliant boy with nothing but love, sacrifice, and strength. One evening, when Raju was in class 12, he got selected for a national scholarship program. He ran home with the letter, his hands shaking. "Ma, I did it. They'll pay for my college. I can become an engineer." Mena hugged him tightly. "I told you, Beta, dreams do come true if we don't give up 10 years later." A black car stopped outside a brand new house in the city. A well-dressed young man stepped out, holding a bouquet of flowers. Behind him, a woman in a simple cotton sari got out slowly. Her eyes were wide with wonder. Mena couldn't speak. Her hands trembled as she touched the door. The house was beautiful. Polished floors, clean walls, a big kitchen, and most importantly, peace. Later that evening, Raju held his mother's hand and said, "Ma, you gave up everything for me. You skipped meals, walked miles, and never once complained. Today, I'm a software engineer. It's your victory, not mine." Mina wiped her tears and said, I'm just a mother, Beta. That's what mothers do. Moral of the story. A mother's love is the purest form of love. She may have nothing, but she will still give you everything. Respect your parents, value their sacrifices, and never forget where you came from.